But that made it too bright. Just gonna have to run without him.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Bro Talk. Man, it's good to see y'all brothers today. For everybody that's watching for the first time, welcome. This is where we talk about manhood, brotherhood, and fatherhood, and everything else in between. I have here my fellow hosts, Isaac and my love, and we're missing Mark G. He'll be on later on tonight. First thing I want to do is, before we even get started with the show, is I want to shout out my beautiful wife on our 12th wedding anniversary. Shout
Well
out
done.
to my wife, Brandy D. Hayes, that I married 12 years ago in a day.
Yeah, you a
Shout out
snake
to
for
my
that.
honey.
You a snake for that, but it's okay.
I'm a snake. Wow.
Yeah, you a snake for that, but it's
You're
okay.
a smart man. You're a smart man, Kareem.
Nah, look.
Happy Valentine's Day, sis. How about that?
Hey, you know what? You can have that one because that's the conversation today. So you can have that. Man, how y'all brothers feeling? What's going on?
Tired.
Yeah.
Beat, man. I don't even know why. I ain't go to work today.
Yo, it doesn't this suck when you more tired at home than you are at work? Like, what is that about?
Yeah, I actually stopped in and put in a couple hours just because I had to get something done. But I mean, it was a day off, and I can't tell you for the life of me why I'm so tired right now. I mean, I didn't wake up early. Well, I did wake up early, get the kids on the bus, but laid back down in bed for a few hours before I even got up. So, listen, I don't know. I think it's just old age, man.
You know that means your body or something, right?
Yo, Kareem post. Did y'all see the? It was a nice picture you and sis posted for your anniversary, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. Your hairline was strong them days. Hairline was strong.
Yo, if your brother ain't nothing, was a person.
Bringing up old stuff.
But yo, not gonna lie though, the hairline was wrong though, and I had black hair at that. So
yeah,
that's how you can tell it was a long time ago. Hey, if she still loved me as my hairline fading back, retreating. So
hey, listen,
that's
you know
true
what I mean?
love right there.
Are you implying? You're not implying what I think you're implying though, right?
Nah. What?
Okay, I just want to make sure you're not saying my sister is the cause of you going gray and having the hairline pushed back. Okay, I just want to make sure.
You see, B starting stuff, right? You see, cause I got ahead of him today, so now he starting stuff now.
I thought your dean was supposed to look out for you, man.
That's what I am. Instead of taking laps. But
I just wanted to clarify in case there was any miscommunication.
You pulled the Kenny move.
No confusion. No confusion. No confusion. We don't want no confusion.
That was a classic Kennyism right there, boy. Man, I just asked the question.
We just making sure. We just making sure.
I got you. So B, what's going on with you, man?
Man, all is well. Listen, I'm rep. Y'all see, I'm still repping my Niners up here. Where we at? You see it?
As you should.
Listen, you know, even though we ain't get the outcome we wanted, you know what I mean. You know, it was. I was proud of how they played. Yeah, I was proud of how they played. You know, people talk about, and I saw a lot on social media. You know, no moral victories and all that. And I disagree with that because I feel like life is a series of teachable moments, and you know, so me and Satoya was talking about it today. Just you know, she was like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I said, you know, I wasn't putting on last night after the game. I was like, dang, you know, I really, because you know, I would have loved to see my team win, but I thought about back to last year. So I don't know if she gonna be watching tonight, but sis, you know, my sis Brittany Latimer, she's Bryson's godmother, right? And so she got him liking the Philadelphia Eagles. So that, you know, that's who he be claiming as his team right now. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, by them being in the Super Bowl last year, they lost. They took the L, and he boohoo cried. And so for me, what was important was for them to see how I handled seeing my team lose. Because again, in that moment, they learned how to win in life by seeing how I handle taking, you know, losing. You know what I mean? Even though it's in a game, you know what I mean? You know, we internalize the, you know what I mean, the behaviors of the adults. You know what I mean? Our caregivers and the people who love us. You know, that we're close to. You know, when we internalize those behaviors. So if we see that it's okay to respond or to act a certain way, we subconsciously internalize those things. So, you know, I needed him to say it. You know, like Bryson, he had dropped out. He was like, "Oh man, Dad, I'm sorry you lost." I'm like, "Hey, listen, man, it's okay. You're not gonna always win, and you're not gonna always get the outcome you want. But you gotta put forth the effort you can be proud of." And I'm like, I'm sure, you know, yeah, there's some things they would perhaps do over, maybe try to do better, but you know, overall, they played a very, very good game, and they put forth an effort they can be proud of. So, you know, I feel like, you know, the whole misconception or position on there's no moral victories. I feel like, you know, people say that and they don't really, you know, they haven't really caught it yet.
Nah, man. I mean, isn't that what life is all about, man? It's about winning and losing. And you know, my daughter's basketball game, they were playing a team that was, you know, below them. The ref took the score out. And then, you know, one of the parents was like, you know, does that really help the kids? You know, does that really help them? So, yeah, B, I definitely hear what you're saying, but yeah, they got to see how we not only deal with loss, like when it comes to sports, like you were saying, but how do we deal with loss when like something doesn't go right, when, you know, we can't buy or pay for a camp, or we not going out to eat, we're going to eat at home, or if we wanted to go on a trip and it got canceled, like how do we deal with those disappointments? So yeah, that everything, you know, that we're doing. But tonight we want to talk about a topic that I'm sure is on every man's heart and mind right now, and that's Valentine's Day. And I just want to open up the discussion just by asking the question to you brothers, and also to anybody that's watching right now. Oh, we lost B for a second. To anybody that's watching and listening in, is why should we even care about Valentine's Day?
Yeah, if I was smart, I would have did what Balel did, man, ran away too from this conversation.
Man.
But
I'm out.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a tough question for me, man.
Dang, did I start out too strong?
What was the
I
question? I didn't hear it. I got booted.
Oh, let me say it again. B. I said, why should we even care about Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think I kind of responded to that question many a times and on different shows about different topics that just came back to the see. I'm trying to choose my words, right? I was gonna say frivolousness of it, right? But then you hurt people's feelings who like love this day, like. But so I don't know. It's hard for me to answer that question. I just think like, you know, to each their own. I think like if it's an opportunity for you and your significant other to celebrate, you know, on February 14th because somebody said that's the day that you should celebrate your love on and show each other love and buy each other chocolates and candy and crumpets and whatever else people do, flowers, right? Then I think you do it. You go out, you splurge, you go to your steak 48s and your what we got here? Is it Zoke or what's the name of the restaurant? Is it expensive or is it just
I don't think so.
Is it just nice? Yeah, I don't think it's expensive for some of the people I've seen going there. I know they ain't got no bread. But
Isaac a wild dude, boy. You're a wild boy.
Yeah, I just love it though. But I love when we get something that's new and different, and you know, People feel like they're living their best life, they go live their best life. You know what I mean? But again, like it's the same thing with the Valentine's Day. If that's what you feel like you need to do on that day, man, you do it. Right. But, we got 364 other days a year that you can, show love and share love to others. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on that day. And I don't think you should get ostracized for not doing something on that day because, Ezra sleep. So, I ain't buy no gift yet. And, we'll see what happens. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. But but
you living on the edge, right? You living on the edge, bro.
That's all I got to say about that day, man. That's all I got to say.
And
she not sleep. She fake sleeping, but I said it
anyway. let me say this. I think there's you made a lot of valid points in terms of the commercialization of a day for the sake of for-profit businesses, corporations making money, right? I get it. On the flip side of that, I also believe that we're social creatures, and because we're social creatures, it becomes kind of that tug of war, that push pull, where you see other people celebrating, their love, and not just their loved one, but the love they share between each other, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that in and of itself. Now, does that mean you don't, I think to your point, does that mean you should neglect the other 364 days of the calendar? No. But if you are doing, that, celebrating your love on those other days throughout the year for random reasons, for no reason, or whatever the reason, right? I don't see there being anything wrong with saying, okay, I'm gonna find some way to, celebrate and our love on this day, where so many are celebrating their love as well together. The same way, you see people, I love going to weddings. You know what I mean? I love going to weddings because you're the atmosphere of love that's set in that, during that time, it just causes memories to flow. So I think from the standpoint of, when you can create an atmosphere, and that day is an atmosphere where love flows a lot more freely than maybe on just another random day. So I think there's ways we can, be creative, be intentional about celebrating the love that we have or share with, our wife or our spouse, whom right? So I just think, again, I think you make some great points about the commercialization of it, and I say don't buy into the commercialization of it. Find a way to celebrate your love that works for you and your wife or your spouse, and go all out that way. Don't make anybody rich, because I agree. I'm not about making folks rich for the sake of the commercialization, but I'm definitely going to go all out and celebrate mine.
Yeah,
rude boy.
Rude boy.
One time.
Yo.
What up? Hey, we live, broski. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, man. I've been on, man, but my computer literacy is not really, helping me right now. But I figure it out a little bit.
Hey, man, we glad you're here, man.
I almost text Ike, man. I'll be like, hey, Ike, man, I'm in the jam, but I just use my phone right now.
You got it. Hey, we're resourceful, right? That's
yes, sir.
Do.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have helped you remotely.
Hey, I've been doing better, man. I've been doing better.
Hey, so I just want to bring this up, that there's two origin stories I want to pick up or say on here about Valentine. So the first is, it says that the earliest possible origin story of Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday, Lupercalia. I think I'm saying that right. And basically what it is a holiday that celebrates fertility. And it says here, this is when men would strip naked and sacrifice a goat and a dog. So something that was related to a pagan.
Isaac fertile as a mug.
So y'all know we don't need to celebrate that no more.
Yeah, Isaac fertile as a mug.
And then the second one is, it says, according to NPR, it says the Emperor Claudius II of Rome, it said he executed 2 different men named Valentine on February 14th in 2 different years during the 3rd century. So what this talks about is that basically it says the Saint Valentine person said that he was a priest and was arrested for defying a Roman decree that forbade soldiers from marrying. So it has something to do with love, has something to do with fertility, has something to do with sacrifice. And I think that's the heart of Valentine's Day, is making the sacrifice. But I'm sure that most people have not read into what Valentine's Day really or could have been about, in the past. And we've kind of gotten sucked into going to this place that has a Target sign and buying stuff for sale, or buying roses for $40 when it's really only $20 in the other day of the week. So
man, go buy some seeds and plant your own roses, man.
Like, plant your own roses, ridiculous. Right? Yeah.
So I don't even want to get into the dollars. I don't even want to get into the dollars and cents of it, right?
Yeah, because it's past your $40 mark.
Well, what I mean, but that's the thing, right? So
yeah,
I don't mind spending money on other people. That $40 limit is me. It's for me, right? That's a personal limit that I place on myself, right? Just to kind of watch my own spending. But when it comes to getting a gift for somebody, or in particular my wife, right? I'm not gonna say you only get $45, right? Because it's a special day, right? So
here, honey, take that. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell her that you can go fill the tank all the way up today, right? You don't got to leave it on the corner. Oh man, I know there's something wrong with me. As I'm sitting here and saying all this stuff, I'm like, I realize there's truly something wrong.
You hear yourself, yeah. You hear yourself.
No, but I'm not gonna put a dollar amount on it. I just think that there's other ways. I just think it's kind of sheepish, right? Because like some of these holidays, like you just said, we don't know. The first you reading that was, I think I might have heard something like that before, but I had no idea that was the origin of Valentine's Day. I always thought it was, that there was this dude that had wings flying around shooting people with arrows. That was my introduction to Valentine's Day in elementary school.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, here, take these.
Unless you're from Jamaica,
with the little sweetheart candies on there, and give them to all your friends, right? You ain't even get to pick a special friend. Right? Everybody had to get one. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of like the introduction. And from that day on, I'm like, when you go back and think about it, you just realize that it's a way to, like, for the rich to get richer, right? Or for those that have influence over different markets to make more money, right? Mm-hmm. The florists, the candy, the Hershey, and all these other companies. It's just a way for them to generate some more dollars, on this day. And that's just how I look at it. So I don't know. I'm like, yo, let's celebrate. Let's start celebrating Valentine's Day on the 16th, right? So we can get the discount candy. So the lines in the restaurants ain't that long. And listen, it's the same thing, right? You're sharing the same love. You're just doing it 2 days later, right? Everybody in America, let's push for that, right? We're celebrating Valentine's Day on the 16th this year. Let's see, and then let's see what happens next year around Valentine's Day. Ain't nobody gonna do it, but I'll put it out there.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear another thing that's kind of crazy? Is that? Oh no, go ahead. My bad, B. I know you. Go ahead.
No. It was just.
I do it with you.
It was in regards. I won't lose it. It was in regards to the origin. You know what I mean, that you read. So you can share your thought. Then I'll come back to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So interesting enough. So if part of that, if one of the origin stories was that this was about fertility and that they were sacrificing to pagan gods, basically to conceive. at least in America, interestingly enough, most people get conceived. Most babies are conceived between November 25th and December 2nd. So I would think that if Valentine's is a love day, that February would be when most kids are conceived. That's what I would think, but it's actually in November. So that's just another interesting fact.
No, I think that might have to do with the fact that taxes done came out, so people can afford
There
the,
it
you know
is.
what I mean, preventative measures. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sounding like Ike right now. I'm sounding crazy. But
but you talk about the origin story though. What were you gonna say about that?
So my thought is just really, I think I don't get too caught up in the origin of it. I've read different things and I don't disregard any of those things, because I think it's important to understand, where things come from. But I would say this. I would say that we are, as a people, we're the greatest at taking something and making it our own. Like you know what I mean? So, whatever the origin was, you know what I mean? Dr. James Naismith had a crate and put it on a pole and it became basketball. And that's not what basketball is now. And you can thank all of the melaninated people, you know what I mean, who grace the game, you know what I mean, for making it something, I mean, artistic, beautiful. I mean, it's a joy to watch. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it wasn't fun to play or something to do, but I mean, think about how many games we probably created or came up with in the hood. You know what I mean? They didn't turn into, a nationally televised contest, but you know what I mean? The point is that something that was created, no matter how it was created, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is or looks like now, no matter what the origins of it were. You know what I mean? So, and that's not, that's not to say to disregard the origins. I just feel like as man, one of the amazing things about having the DNA of our creator in us is we can take something and clean it up. You know what I mean? Like I don't need it. I don't have to have any. There is nothing dealing with sacrificing a human to I don't have to, I got two little people, you know what I mean? I didn't have to sacrifice no humans to get fertility, you know what I mean, to get the fertility I needed to, I ain't need no help there. I we was all set there. So you know what I mean? I get that there's Bruiser is crazy. Bruiser crazy. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm gonna put it like this. I am glad for shooting up the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad my daddy shot up the club, and I'm glad, you know what I mean.
Your daddy was a notorious shooter.
A few times.
Your dad was a shooter. Your dad was a missing. Your dad was a Green Beret. Your dad was a Green Beret. You know what I'm saying?
So, bro, man, I'd love to hear your perspective, man, because you used to do, before we used to do a women's program at our university, man, to celebrate, the women that were on campus. And again, it was one of those things where it was about uplift and it was about encouragement and recognition, man. But what's your thoughts on Valentine's Day, man? Because it can be stressful for us men. So what are your thoughts?
A young brewers always think that a woman should be celebrated. When I was the young brew was always, I'm that, Mr. Loverman, you know what I'm saying? I'm that guy. And the women on our campus at the time, I feel that they should be celebrated, because I have a lot of little sisters, man. Y'all know me to have a lot of little sisters. And Valentine's Day come, I'm always broke around Valentine's Day, but I save for it. You know, I'm getting body wash, I'm getting lotion, and you know, each person get two thing in a bag. One time I have like 15 bags, no lie. You know what I'm saying? With two items in there, you know, and I make sure they get that because they need to feel appreciated. You know,
Mm-hmm.
not only from a black man, but a brother. They look at me as a brother to say, yo, you know, not all of them had boyfriends, and even some of the boyfriends they had was stupid. You know what I'm saying? They don't know any better. They stupid, right? Um,
It
but
was like me.
yeah, but
They say dumb stuff like me.
you know, but in the scope of things, man, I think Valentine's Day is dope. I think our women should be celebrated. I know we celebrate them. You know, cats like myself, you, Ike, we could talk all the nonsense we want to talk, but we celebrate our lady, our ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. I'm joking. We celebrate our lady. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
You
That's
see
right.
how
That's
Brew
right.
tried to caught up? You see, he did right there.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm messing with y'all. I'm just messing with y'all. But we celebrate our women of color.
Mhm.
I mean, I know us that's speaking, you know, but I encourage other men out there to celebrate, you know, the woman. And even if you have a woman that even give you a child, you know what I'm saying? That's even a plus as well. Because, you know, some of us men, man, we couldn't even do the half of that stuff, man, that they
Real
go
talk.
through in certain situations like that, you know? I think Valentine's Day is cool. It's not a man thing. It's not definitely not a man thing. Um, but I think we should be celebrated too. You know what I'm saying? I think we should be celebrated too because we out there, we grinding, we're making sure the house is good. At least most of us. Um, you know, and
I want
we
to
good fathers, man. We
I want
good
to throw this out
fathers.
there too, because
My sis had a. Oh no, go ahead. Okay, my wife had put
I
something
think
up.
you
But go ahead.
I think you Brew mentioned something and it sparked a thought, right? In terms of celebrating, right? So one of the things, you know, um, we're uh, we're at a marriage symposium right now at our church we've been doing for this month, right? And one of the things that I think is important for any, especially any married couple or any couple that is dating towards marriage. You know what I mean? If you're in a serious committed relationship and you're dating towards marriage, be mindful of this is knowing and understanding that the enemy hates marriage, right? The enemy hates marriage. He hates family because family is the microcosm of the church, right? The church is built on the institution of family. So he hates marriage. He hates the union, the idea of it, the concept of it, because families are brought or wrought out of marriage, right? So you know, that said, right, when you give room for the enemy to, you know, make his way in, now you end up with division. So you know what I mean? If you not a person who celebrates, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I ain't celebrating, you know, this day and, you know, doing all this, you know what I mean? The enemy will use those moments because that is the time when somebody will you know send you, you know, send your lady the Starbucks gift card, you know what I mean? Just, you know, hey, just, you know what I mean, the happy Valentine's Day. I think we create openings and opportunities for, you know, things to happen, and not to say that, you know what I mean, anything's, you know, is going to be anything crazy that comes out of it. What I'm saying is when we understand how the enemy operates, we can make sure we you know cover against that, because that's one of the charges that we have is to cover. So you know what I mean. You know what? I'm not going to give the room. Like I said, there's so many things, other things that we can do besides, you know, spending big money to try to, you know what I mean, prove a point or make a point, or, you know what I mean, you know, make some corporation rich. But I feel like definitely don't give the enemy an opportunity to create, you know what I mean, you know, those cracks, you know what I mean, or slither into those cracks, because we can create those cracks sometimes, you know, unintentionally by being so, you know, strong in a position that at the end of the day, again, you know, what did it really cost you to do something to to invest a little extra energy, extra time to celebrate, to honor, to acknowledge and recognize, you know what I mean, your lady or your partner, your significant other.
Yeah, and
I mean,
just going back to, oh, go ahead, bro.
no, I don't think it don't really cost that much, but sometimes we also forget too, because the data, we forget certain important things throughout, you know, the year that we may sometimes we're not as organized as our counterpart,
Mm.
and we may miss some pivotal time just because we are so focused on getting to work, making sure the kids is all right, and then we forget our, what I'm saying, our right hand person at times, So those things is not, you just have to make sure, okay, this is the day that is subjected to be mostly for women. Um, but we have to just do what we have to do. And I'm like Ike as well. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money out there, man. I could cook, man. Hey, my restaurant and my dining table, man, is open. You know what I'm saying? And I put on my apron. You know what I'm saying? Best jerk apron. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Caesar. You know what I'm saying? And I could serve her, man, and sit down, take my apron off, hang it on my chair, and man, we could drink, we could do whatever we want to do. You know, so I'm like Ike, man. Figure out ways of how to do it, man, and we could do it.
And I feel like that's a lot more valuable, right, than going out, because I think a lot of times, like even like thinking about like when you were in high school, right, you would always see the dudes that came in, with on Valentine's Day with the bear that was like two sizes too big,
Three
and I'm
big
like,
guys.
shorty riding the bus home, like. How's she gonna get that home? You know what I mean? But it's
on RTS, my guy, on RTS.
But it's just like a show of not even necessarily affection. It's just a show of I got all this or I gave all this. A lot of times too, right? Like, what is the true intention behind it? It's to show that I spent in high school $100, man. That would have broke me. Nope, it wouldn't have broke me because I ain't have it, right? But. but ultimately, like, it's just like it's a status symbol at that point, right? So what is the true intention behind it, man? Where's the heart behind going out and just like buying good? Because I could do that all day now, right? I actually have a job where I can go and I can pretty much give Ezra what she wants, right? But ultimately, if there's no thought, there's nothing behind it. There's like no real rationale for me going to get it. It's just going to be some flowers that are going to die, a bear that's going to end up in the basement, and some candy that the kids are going to eat. Like, where's the intention behind that to give her something that she truly deserves and truly wants? So that's one of the things that kind of always throws me off as well too. It's like we're told what to buy. You're told you have to get X, Y, and Z, but something like that, bro, putting together a meal, cooking a meal, right? Even maybe trying baking, and that's not something that you do, right? But it shows that genuine love and thought behind it. That's what I could accept on Valentine's Day, but not saying, oh yeah, you got to come in, you got to buy me 24 roses with glitter and glitz all over it. Like, that's
you're gonna get hit with that the Cheesecake Factory.
Right. Taking me to the Cheesecake Factory when Zoke is down the street.
Yeah, hey,
you could do it up, man.
The point I wanted to make with that too is, like, when I think about the two people that were martyred, man, that's what love really is. My opinion is it's about sacrifice. It's about, and it's sacrifice, as you talked about, the institution of marriage on both sides, for that arena. It's that sacrifice that happens every single day. You wake up and you intentionally make time for each other, and you have the kids and you try to keep the house afloat, and different things like that. But just taking the time to be together and remember each other. And then for those who are dating, it could be an opportunity to do something extra, for that person that maybe you're hoarding. And then there's the others where it's just like, they're gonna do it because they just trying to get some buns that night, and that's that's what it is. And
it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean that happens. It's real, and
but you have some women out there too that they're not humble. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's dating, or you know what I'm saying, they have to be humble as well because they don't know a man pocket. This brother only could buy 4 roses. Make those 4 roses, man. Make those 4 roses a dozen roses in your eyes. Because look what roses cost. For that 4 roses, you may have to spend like $40. Just $30 to get 4 nice roses. With the other little things that they put on it. Hook it up nicely. So we have to be careful too. They have to be humble and they have to, appreciate a brother, man. When a brother went out and get some chocolate or something else like that, they have to be.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that man pocket.
And you don't know what they had to do to get there too, right? You don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, because their homegirl get a dozen roses, you know what I'm saying, and get a big thing of candy.
Yeah.
You only gave me a single stem rose, man. You don't love me the same.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't love me the same. Oh my God.
And they don't know, but it's true though. It is true because you forget all the other little things that I've done throughout the month, throughout the year. But this just one day you're gonna have an attitude because I get you 2 roses, candy, and a lot of other little stuff that comes with it. But you forget that last month we was in Vegas having a good time and we spent then. If you get 2 months ago, we was in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying, sliding down Dunn's River Fall or something, like climbing the falls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you forget those little things, those tangible things. But because today's today, gotta be humble, man. Me. I know me. I would have been like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep this receipt. I can't wait for next year. Next year, come out and disappear. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of leads into the question that Brandy asked. Man, I don't know if you want to throw it back up there, Kareem.
I was good.
Get your shine in, Kareem.
Nah, man. I mean, she asking all of us, man. But I'll just say, like, yeah. But I think for men, man, we want to be celebrated in a different type of way. This is me. I think for us, it's more or less appreciation. I know, like me, like I like gifts and everything like that. But for me personally, it's not expected. It's more like I just want to know that, hey, just appreciate it. That'll take me. Listen. That'll last me for about a year.
Man,
just knowing that, you know what I mean? So yeah,
that's really my answer too. From time to time, baby. Love these things right here, boy.
What y'all think? Yeah,
I agree with you though.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said my piece, son. I mean, it goes for giving and receiving for me. Like, nah. I mean, so again, what is and I'll ask Brandy since you posed the question. Like, what does celebrated mean, right? From a woman's perspective to a man, right? Does that mean giving gifts, or does that mean something different, right? Because that'll help me kind of frame my response to that. Like, if it's giving gifts, then nah. No, let's go put that money in the gas tank and go somewhere. I don't want a gift, on a specific day because I don't want to give him a birthday, right? Like, you don't even got to give me a gift on my birthday, right? Because again, I know like that wasn't the intentions of birthdays going back, is to necessarily shower people with gifts. A baby shower, that's what that's for, right? Because there's a need there.
Yeah.
But just because it's my birthday, it doesn't mean you need to give me anything. So, what does celebrate mean, right? Celebrate together. That makes complete sense if it's a day that's supposed to be celebrating love and connection, right? But it seems like a lot of times, for men, the expectation is that you do everything for this woman on this day, right? That's what Valentine's Day has kind of turned into, to me, especially like during the courting phase, right? Like if you're not, married, I think when you're married or you're in a mutual, not beneficial, but a mutual relationship. Not mutual is not the right word, but a relationship where you think there's buy-in from both sides, right? Because I think a lot of times at the beginning of relationships is more so the man pushing and the man showing that I can take care of you and be your, provider, your protector, and all this stuff as well too. So, I don't know. It really depends on what the word is. So
my thought on it is this, right? Again, I because it's funny because Sis kind of touched on one of the things that I had in my mind, that because we talked about it during this marriage symposium as well, is finding what your partner's love language is, right? Because if someone is let's say my wife's love language is quality time. That's her top one, quality time, right? So I could be bringing gifts day in and day out every day. And that's my way of saying I love you to her. But if I don't have any time attached to that, it's not going to land with her. It's not going to resonate, you know what I mean, or speak to her in her love language. So for me, in terms of, the idea of do men want to be celebrated, I think for me, it's something as simple as, you know what I mean, the effort that I put forth towards, celebrating and doing something on a day like Valentine's Day. If you like, wow, like, thank you, I'm good. You know what I mean? That right there, you know what I mean? Just acknowledging or recognizing the effort that, you know what I mean, went into doing something, whatever it is, you know what I mean? If you can see the thought behind it, if you can see the effort put behind it, you know what I mean, and you acknowledge it, that to me is like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? That's all the celebrating I need. You know what I mean? Is it nice to get stuff? Yeah, but I it's not so. It's not a want or don't want for me. I don't expect. I don't have any expectation to get anything. When you grow up,
I think a wife should know their partner.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Just like how we take the time to know who they are and what their likes are, their love language are. They should do the same. Ain't gonna let them get off of that. You know what I'm saying? But like Kareem was saying earlier, is that the effort that they take to recognize us, I'll just recognize. Let me speak for myself. The effort that she may made towards me, that's telling me everything, right? I'm a gift giver. I'm not a person that accepts a lot of stuff. Sometimes I don't even know how to accept gift or love, and what I'm saying, even when my brothers, they show me love, I'll be like, I feel a certain way. It's a good place, it's a great place. But getting it from your significant other, man, it should be one of those things that's really great because she knows who you are. You know what I'm saying? She should know who you are and what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like if I come to Kareem house, man, and my number just bake me something nice, I'll be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like. I go to B house, B bake me one of them cheesecake. But you gotta go to no cheesecake factory where my brother could bake cheesecake, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nothing else. I'm good. So for me, I'm very low key in certain things, man. Speaking for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm very low key in certain things. So I go to Kareem, man. I just go to his fridge and drink up all his juice he got in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? That's what he used to do to me. So yeah, what Brandy talk about? Hey, babe. Yeah, Brandy. We know. We always talk about food. Brandy, we know that, Brandy.
Yo, Kareem going ham today on these highlights, man. Hey, Kareem ain't highlighting nothing in 6 weeks.
You on the bed tonight, boy? Woo! Hey, B, you on the bed tonight? You on the bed tonight, B? He's on the bed tonight.
They ain't trying to win, man.
It's still anniversary mode. Listen, yo.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah. Listen.
12 years, Whiskey. 12 years.
Yo, just do it. Do you remember the advice I gave you yesterday?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that. Just do that for your dean.
I got you.
I'll close out with this, right? Before we, do our shout outs or whatever. So, and it's a yes or no. I'm not asking, you know what I mean? Nobody, you ain't got to divulge no secrets, because we done had all this discussion about Valentine's Day, right? And our thoughts on it. Do you have plans or no? Or no?
Well, I started by saying
or no.
Or no, right? But it could change, right? That could change.
No.
Kareem says yes, because yes.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
it's
anniversary.
Yes.
We say yes. Kareem, we say yes for you, because we want to keep you.
Yes,
like,
you're winning.
Right now you in the bed, right?
You up, bro? You up?
Yes, sir.
We want to keep that. We want to keep that anniversary fires hot. You know what I'm saying? That anniversary fires hot.
And we got Toronto this weekend. Let's go. We in there.
Listen, we're gonna keep that anniversary. So Kareem got plans. He got plans tonight, and then he got plans for for Valentine's Day too. So you know what I mean.
Yep.
Hey, play that matrimonial song, man. Usher doing his thing too. You can't lose with Usher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he got plans. He got anniversary plans tonight. You know what I mean? His dean gave him some instructions. You know what I mean? I need him. We need another niece. We need another niece or nephew out the deal. You know what I mean?
God bless y'all on that one, man. Yo, so I know we about to get ready to wrap up, but I gotta just pose this question out there, right?
Throw it out there, man.
So would y'all want a woman to take you out, get your feet done, your nails done, buy you roses, take you out to dinner, to Cheesecake Factory, we'll throw that out there, take you out for drinks afterwards, and then drive you home? How would you feel after a night like that?
Like us,
I'm about to say, me and my wife, we got too many years rocking for me to be like, listen, it's just like we love on each other. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? If she was like, yo, I took the lead, I planned everything because I wanted, you know what I mean? I wanted to celebrate you on, for this Valentine's Day. Yo, babe, do you know what I'm saying? Have at it.
I'm with you.
That's too much. That's too much. Just take me to go get my big boys done, and I'll call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because I'm gonna lose like 5 pounds after the big boys is done. You know what I'm saying? And then give me something. Hey, go in the kitchen and make me a sandwich or something, man. I like eggs. I like breakfast food. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Some wine after that.
I heard asking a woman to make you a sandwich is triggering, man. I heard that's not.
They'll be all right. They'll be okay. It's Valentine's Day.
So my picture, and being married for multiple years, I agree wholeheartedly, right? But let's say it was like early on, right? First year of dating, and that was what happened on Valentine's Day.
It's too much.
As a man, how would you feel?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
Because I'm getting a picture. I'm getting a picture of
I'll be honest.
Black dude standing behind the woman that just got her taxes back, with that hug, while you got the Jordans on the counter. You know what I mean? And she pulling out her credit card.
So a young B, right? A young, not mature. You know what I mean? Y'all that B, y'all know him. Y'all know we don't need to go down. We don't need to go down no trails, no rabbit.
We will not go down that road.
Yeah, that B would have taken it like I'm with it. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Let's rock, right? But I'm not about to. Yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna take that, because I'm definitely not your income tax dude. That we was none of that action. None of that action.
I was never that dude, man.
Yeah, but in terms of at this point in my life, even if me and my wife were like, let's say, early in the stages of dating and whatnot, and she would have do something like that, I would interpret it as she's teaching me how she wants me like to handle that day for her. You know what I'm saying? For us going forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She said, okay, I can't expect him. I just can't expect him to, you know, do certain things to celebrate us on this type of a day if I don't show him or communicate it to him what, you know what I mean, how I like to celebrate and spend this day. So if she does that, then that's how I'm taking it. Like, oh, she's okay. So next year, oh wait, say less. Boom. I got this. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But what if you can't do all that on that one day for her? What if you can't do it? You could do half of that. So would you be okay with that?
Man, I think by then, if we together a whole nother year, by then she will have figured out what I can and can't do, and then see the heart in whatever I do try to do or attempt to do, right? And so I think, to your point, you said you used to save up to be able to do those things. I think when you see how this person is kind of set the bar and what they're looking for and how they're looking to have it done, then you have to, you know what I'm saying, you know, approach that, you know what I'm saying, with the same type of mindset. Like, yo, I don't have the availability of funds to just go all out like that, you know, on a whim. But if I put up a little, you know what I'm saying, every pay period leading up to that time, then I can do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna go in deeper, but that's good enough for me.
Hey, understandable. My wife said we gotta do a part 2 of this.
We could do a part 2 next week. You know what I mean? When we find out how everybody, if we stayed out of or no, you know what I mean, or not.
So Ike and I, man, when we do our stuff on the 16th, we'll let y'all know.
Yeah,
you know
man.
We come back and let y'all know how that worked out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ask Kareem how much he spent. Kareem's gonna come back and say, "Y'all spent like $500 on the whole weekend." And me and Ike are gonna spend like, man, we spent like $42.
And they got the exact same thing.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have a niece and nephew after the deal.
Hey, that'll be a miracle.
Obviously not for me,
Yeah. Listen, Kareem, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
That'll be a miracle, man.
Nah, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
We got 11 and 8, man. We trying to keep it that way.
Nah, man, chill. Don't be a hater. Chloe and Kareem, they need a little brother and sister.
Nah, man. Don't we got other brothers in the chapter? They can have a baby. Sure, let them do it.
Hey,
man, yo,
you're not Jamaican, man. You're not Jamaican. It's all right. Nah. You don't know how to take out the thing on. You know what I'm saying? Let them live, man. Let them live, man.
Listen, 13 is the year of new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? That's new beginnings.
That's true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's true.
So y'all let, you know what I'm saying? That's how y'all got to kick off 13.
That's how we got to kick it off. 13 is new beginnings.
Y'all should have gone to Jamaica, man. If y'all would have gone to Jamaica, things would have been shut up. All right, Bridget.
Oh, man. So
listen, I've never been to Jamaica, and I got 4, so I don't believe it.
Hey, you've been around me, man. You've been around me. You've been around all the yard boys to eat up the good food.
Yeah, Isaac is definitely like you Steph Curry.
Listen, I ain't nothing like Papa Smith though. So
neither am I.
Papa Simmons is a Green Beret. You know what I'm saying? You know what they wear their hat to the side like this. You know, the whole hat was put to the side. That's what he wear, man. Straight Green Beret. Uniform was spliffy. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Slim?
Bryson.
What up, nephew?
How you doing?
That boy got the big boy teeth coming in. You see him?
It's almost bedtime. You better don't let your mom get you.
Oh yeah, don't let your mom.
That's why I came. That's why I came down and show me some love before it's time.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Because we you get mama beat that butt. We're gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? We are gonna laugh at you, Bryson. You know, tell mommy that Uncle Bruce and say hi, okay?
Okay.
But just know she did it in love, because
in love, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a sacrifice. Well, hey, again, I want to shout out my beautiful wife on our 12 years plus Shout out to you. I love you. Also want to shout out my boy from high school, my man John Fawcett. Some of y'all know him as John John. Other y'all know him as one of the band members for Bruno Mars. So want to shout him out on his birthday.
John,
And I
okay.
want to thank you, man. And I want to shout out. I think we said Dan already, man. He just had a child. I couldn't remember if we shouted him out or not, but shout out to him.
We did.
Okay. And then
Shout out.
yeah, man. Just want to shout out to all the people I love. Oh, shout out to BMA, man. They had a Super Bowl party last night. I can't tell you how many kids they had in there. It was a lot. But they also had parents, volunteers, and it was a safe night. It was a fun night, man, and those kids really enjoyed themselves, including mine. They also allow for the parents to drop their kids off.
You didn't volunteer yesterday, right? Y'all dropped y'all kids off so y'all could get started on the early project.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did. Yeah. So those are my
Who's in charge of the BMA?
Jermaine Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been on here a few times. Well, not
That's
on the
what's
show,
up.
but he's been in the comments a few times.
Right.
What is happening? Don't worry about it. We
Hey, man, I want to give.
We can shoot blanks all day. It's all good. We good.
Hey, man, I want to give a shout out to my dean, man. My dean just received an award from Church of Love.
Yeah.
Brother Patrick Setch, man, is an amazing brother, man. And I'm fortunate that he was my dean. Was the best one, but he, you know what I'm saying? After a while, man, the last
that'll leave y'all with Gary, man.
The last 2 weeks.
Man. Anybody that'll leave y'all with Gary is questionable.
After you see that the last 2 weeks, man, we was on one wheel and half a wheel. You like, nah, I gotta hang out with my boys, man. So you know what I'm saying. But man, other than that, man, he's a solid brother, man. He's a very solid brother, man. A family person. I love him, man. He have done a lot for me personally, and just the brotherhood, man. The family, the family tree keep growing, man. I love that brother, man, and that's a award that he well deserved. So I want to say congratulations to my dean, Patrick Setch, the Asian lover. Much love, brother.
Shabba.
Yeah, I just really got my dad, man. My dad's birthday would be he would have been turning 81 tomorrow. So just happy birthday to my dad. You know what I mean? He missed, he's loved, you know what I mean? And we still going, we're gonna make sure we do something tomorrow, make sure we do right by it. But that's really it, man. And shout out to my amazing wife, who again she's just amazing, man, all the way around, man. She
trying to get on the bed too, nigga.
Yeah, nah. I don't do couches. You know what I mean? Unless I fall asleep on it. You know what I mean? We don't do couches.
Oh man.
So
hey, my LB birthday. Not to cut you off, B. I'm sorry, B. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, but yeah, she's amazing, man. She had it so nice yesterday, you know what I mean, in terms of just she knows me, she knew my team was in the big game and made, you know what I mean, she supported, she wore 49ers gear, y'all, you know what I mean, like that's, you know what I mean, if you know my wife, that's love right there. So just shout out to her, man. She's an amazing lady, and I look forward to celebrating her.
Yeah, tomorrow's my LB birthday, man. Robert Rose. Shout out to my LB, man, my number Trey.
We love you, Bobby.
You know what I'm saying?
Bobby Rose.
Yeah. Send him my early birthday shout out.
All right.
Yo, Ike, before you do your thing, I don't even know how I missed this, man, but happy anniversary, man, to Glory House International, Pastors Melvin and Dr. Ashley Cross, and the team, 10 years in the city of Rochester. Just doing things, man, to uplift our community, bring people closer to Jesus, man. So I definitely want to shout them out. Shout out to Apostle Sherman Dumas, who came over the weekend. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but shout out to the Sayers, Ken and Yolanda, elders at the church, for coming back, hanging out with us this past week. So definitely want to make sure we shout those folks out too, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Love y'all, man.
Shout out dogs, man. Shout out Melvin. Shout out Melvin.
Yeah. Shout out to my beautiful, amazing, super smart, always sleep wife. Oh, brother,
You got 8 kids, man. What you expect?
I didn't know you was
glad
on
you
here.
tuned in, bro. Glad you tuned in.
Who that?
Pastor Cross
Mel.
is on.
Oh, Mel.
Good night, man.
Yeah.
Good night, Bryson.
All right, let me jump back in. So shout out to Ezra, man. I definitely appreciate you, everything that you do. Don't worry, I got you on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? You're gonna get something. I got you.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, nah, I ain't giving no more. Not in that area. But she know I got her. Shout out to Clarence Shepard who tuned in. Shout out to Lancy. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. And the star of the show today, Miss Brandy Hayes. Shout out to you. Happy anniversary once again. Hope you guys celebrate all weekend. And you know what? Go the rest of the month. You know what I mean? Celebrate the rest of the month.
Yeah.
My take a day without coming up too and celebrate. You know what I mean? Like live it up. Live
KJ's
it up,
birthday at the end of the month.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep.
And I think that's everybody. Again, Pastor Cross, thank you for tuning in. Everybody that's behind the scenes that you may not have left us a comment today, please share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tune in to Bro Talk every Monday at 9 p.m. And then shout out, of course, to all the Black people doing Black stuff in Black History Month, the Black way, the best way that they know how. Continue to support Black businesses, continue to support Black people, continue to support your community. Just continue to support and show love, man. If you're going to do anything on Valentine's Day, show love, but don't buy stuff until the 16th. So,
Shit.
Peace.
Shout out Dr. Brock too, man. Shout out my brother, man. Dr. Brock. Love you, boy.
Yes, sir.
I was about to say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Let me hit the end stream first. All right, everybody. Good night.
So Black is a Black History.